My faithful one, there is something I have kept from you. I did not hide it to cause you pain, but to protect the beauty of the surprise that has been forming for you. Long before a single thought appeared in your conscious mind, I had already begun preparing. I was already planning something great for your life today, but you didn't know it yet. There is a decision that has been made about you that will not be changed. You are almost done with the hard time you've been going through. It's not because you finally behaved perfectly, or because your prayers earned enough merit for you to get it. The reason is that I keep my promises, and the time for your breakthrough has come. I am the one who keeps an eye on you. As your guardian, I have never taken my eyes off of the situation. Just so you know, what I'm saying about your life right now is very heavy and important. Let me tell you straight out who I really am in your life, because I think you've forgotten some important facts during this hard time. You have doubts about my character because of the problems you have had. You're starting to wonder what my plans are after all the delays. The silence you thought you heard when things were at their worst has made you wonder if I was even listening. But I want to help you understand the truth again. I'm not some off-screen God who doesn't care about your life and sits on a throne too far away to feel your pain. I'm not an impersonal force that works by cold, hard rules and doesn't care about your problems. As a judge, I'm not waiting for the right time to tell you off for your mistakes. And as a teacher, I'm not expecting too much from you. I am your guardian. I will look out for you. The only person who knows the exact number of hairs on your head is me. I also know every anxious thought that has kept you awake during those quiet hours when you just couldn't fall asleep. I know you very well. I know the parts of you that you keep to yourself and the parts that everyone else sees. When you think something, you've never said it out loud. I know what you're afraid of, that you've never told anyone. I can see the hurts you tried to hide with smiles, and the tears you hid because you wanted to look strong. I can see everything about you, and nothing about you makes me love you less. There is no doubt that you are known and loved. This truth may be settling in your heart right now. Please take a moment to answer. In the comments, type Amen to show that you accept this love and the truth that God knows and loves you completely. When you agree with something, it can open your heart to what heaven is saying over your life. Before you leave this message, remember something important. The gospel travels through willing people. If this message blessed you, you can help carry it further. Through the link in the description or the pinned comment, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or joining our Ko-fi community, you help this mission continue reaching hearts across the world. Your generosity becomes a voice that speaks to someone who feels forgotten. It becomes a light for someone who has wandered too far from truth. There are souls searching right now for hope, for clarity, for Jesus. When you give, you become part of the message that finds them. You may never meet the people your gift reaches, but heaven records every life touched through your obedience. If God has placed this mission on your heart, take a moment and sow into it today. Together we can keep the gospel moving forward. When you fail, I still care about you, and when you succeed, I care even more. It doesn't change because of what you do, but because of who I am. I don't see as many mistakes in your life as you do when I look at it. I'm not interested in the mistakes that keep coming back to you, or the regrets that accuse you in your darkest hours. I do not base my opinion of your worth on what you have done or how productive you are. The picture I see is my precious child walking through a valley that has a purpose that I don't fully understand yet. I see potential in you that you haven't used yet. There is strength in me that hasn't been fully tested yet. I see a destiny that goes far beyond what you can think of right now. Through every step of this hard journey, I can see myself standing right next to you. I have never left you to deal with a problem without being there. I have never left you to face the darkness by yourself. You were never meant to live in the wilderness, season you've been walking through the whole time. It was always meant to be a passage, a starting point, or a place to get ready for the land of promise that I have been working on for you. I know how long this journey has seemed to go on and on. I remember how the days seemed to blend into one long string of trying to stay alive and win. I know how you felt when you didn't know if chapter would ever end. The wait has been very tiring. Having no idea what will happen has made you weak. Fighting against hopelessness all the time has used up skills you didn't even know you had. Going through hard times without any clear help has put your faith to the test in ways you didn't expect. Still, I've been working, watching, and waiting for the exact moment when the season would change. Pay close attention to what I'm saying about your life right now. It's getting easier to see the end of the wilderness. You wouldn't believe how close the promised land is to you. I am actively setting things up behind the scenes to move you from this place of testing to a place of rest and plenty. This is not just empty words of support. This is not just wishful thinking to make you feel better for a little while. This is an official statement from God, backed up by all of my power as a person. It happens when I speak. I always do what I say I'll do. What I start, I finish. And I'm telling you that the process of saving you has already begun. Things that were never meant to be yours have been weighing you down. Problems that were never given to you to solve have been taking up your time. You've been stressed out by responsibilities I never meant for you to handle by yourself. You picked up other people's weights somewhere along your journey. You agreed to do things that weren't your calling. Feeling guilty about things you couldn't change made you feel bad. I've seen you get tired from this weight. I saw your shoulders sag from being so tired. I've seen that your heart is getting tired and your steps are getting slow. You've used up all the energy you used to have for living by just trying to stay alive. Anxiety has taken away the happiness you used to feel. The peace you used to have has been broken by worry all the time. This is why I'm talking to you now, with such care and urgency. I'm coming to take the weight off your back. By reaching out, I hope to take some of your weight off. I'm giving your soul rest in a way that no vacation, distraction, or short-term escape could ever do. The rest I offer goes beyond just relaxing your body. It gets to the very core of your being, where real exhaustion lives. It talks about the tiredness that medicine and sleep can't fix. For too long, your spirit has been running on empty, and this hits that spot. How much I care about you doesn't depend on how well you do. It doesn't change based on how faithful you are, and it doesn't go up or down based on how much you obey. There's something about this truth that you find hard to accept, because the world has taught you that love and care must be earned. Conditional acceptance means that people have shown affection for you, but then pulled away when you didn't meet their standards. You know what it's like to get attention and approval based on how useful you are, but the rules that my love follows are very different. My promise to keep an eye on you comes from who I am as a person. This is something that is deeply ingrained in my personality and makes me who I am. I love you, and I can't stop being God at the same time. Caring for you isn't just something I do. It makes me who I am. As a reminder that mercy is renewed every morning, I paint a sunrise across the sky to show this promise. Each breath that fills your lungs without you having to work for it shows itself. It shows up in every beat of your heart that keeps your life moving forward. It shows up in every provision that comes just when you need it, even if you didn't know how it would. I've been showing you signs of my care every single day, even when worry got in the way and you couldn't see them. I'd like you to understand something about this dark time you've been going through. It wasn't a punishment for your sins, or a way to make you feel bad about what you did wrong. Heaven wasn't leaving you, and it wasn't proof that I had forgotten about you. The enemy has been telling you lies about what your problems are really about. He told you that struggling means being far away from me, and that suffering means being unhappy. But I'm being honest. The valley you've been walking through was formed over time. In that classroom, I taught lessons that could only be learned with your eyes closed. There are some things that can only grow in the dark. More roots grow in soil that is out of the sun. When people are under a lot of stress, they become stronger in ways that comfort could never do. When there are things going on that seem to go against every promise, faith becomes strong. You have been planting seeds of faith that will help you weather every storm for the rest of your life. The closeness you've grown with me during this hard time could not have happened during better times. You found that I was still there when everything else was gone, when human support wasn't enough, and when your own strength had given out. You found out that my grace is enough. You knew the truth, which is that my power shines through most clearly. When I'm weak, you can't just learn these lessons from books or sermons. You have lived them, so they must be true. I have been your guardian during times when you didn't even know you needed one. What's been going on around you would amaze you if you could see the whole picture. When dangers came close to you, they quietly backed off because my hand was on you. There were plans made to hurt you, but they never came true because I stood between you and the people who wanted to hurt you. There were situations that could have been about you, but they were changed so they didn't touch a single hair on your head. Timing that seemed to be a coincidence kept accidents from happening. You missed chances to do harm before you even knew they were there. You've been kept safe a lot more than you know. You have been protected in ways you can't even imagine. Even during this hard time of year, this valley experience, and this journey through the wilderness, I have never left your side. You may have felt open and vulnerable, but that wasn't how you really felt. You might have thought you were left to deal with things on your own, but you were never really alone. I was right next to you all the time, even in the darkest hours when hopelessness made you think I was gone. I worked quietly in the background. I was setting up things that you couldn't see. I was getting ready for something that hadn't been shown yet. You don't have to wait for a long time for the deliverance I'm bringing into your life. It is a real event that is happening right now as you read these words. It seems like a long time away to many of my kids, but breakthrough has already begun. They look out to sea for something that is right in front of them. So I'm telling you straight out, so there is no doubt. Help has begun to save them. The change has begun. I want you to take a leap of faith with me right now. My breakthrough has begun in the comments. You're not just leaving a comment when you type those words. You are saying that you believe the change in your life is already happening, and that your voice is in line with what heaven has already set in motion. God often moves through people who are willing to partner with His work. If this ministry has encouraged you or helped you grow closer to Christ, you can help extend that same message to others. Through the link in the description or the pinned comment, whether by donating, buying a coffee, or becoming a Ko-fi member, you become part of this evangelistic mission. Your support helps us continue sharing messages that point people back to Jesus. Some are discovering faith for the first time. Others are finding their way back after years away. Your generosity helps make those moments possible. When believers come together with a shared purpose, the gospel spreads further, faster, and stronger. If you feel that call today, consider partnering with us and helping this mission reach the next soul who needs hope. No matter how much you pray, the change you want will not come someday. It's on its way now. It's taking place now. Things that were invisible are now visible. The spiritual is starting to show up in nature. What has been done behind closed doors is about to come out in the open. I'm moving things around in your situation right now. I'm setting up the conditions that will lead to your breakthrough. I am putting the people in place who will help deliver you. Even though you can't see any physical proof yet, the process has already begun. You are being helped by the machinery of heaven. Right now is the best time to subscribe to this channel if this message speaks to you. You can think of it as getting in line with the prophetic words that are being spoken here. When you subscribe, you set yourself up to receive the next message that heaven wants to send your way. Many people have said that the exact word they needed came to them at the exact moment they needed it. The angels have been given their jobs, which they are doing with accuracy and authority. There are supernatural resources being sent to help you. Appointments with God are being made. People are making links that will change everything. The things you see in the next few days are not the start of my work. The work that has been going on in the spiritual realm for a long time will just show up in the physical world. Think about how a seed grows in the ground. The spiritual truth that is happening in your life is shown by this natural picture. There is nothing above the ground for weeks or months. If you looked at the surface, all you would see is dirt. They might think that nothing is going on. They might even think the seed didn't work. In a fit of anger, they might dig it up, not realizing that getting in the way at that very moment would destroy what they loved seeing. But below the ground, where no one can see, there is a huge amount of activity. The roots are going deeper and deeper, laying the groundwork for everything that will eventually be seen. It's getting stronger as it goes up, ready to break through the surface and reach the light. Life is putting together a structure that will look beautiful in the end. There are complicated processes going on that need to be kept secret. There is growth going on that would be hurt by being exposed too soon. The plant then appears out of nowhere above the ground one day. To someone who is not involved, it looks like it happened overnight, or out of thin air. But the truth is that weeks of progress that couldn't be seen led up to that moment. This is exactly what's going on in your life now. Something that has been growing in the background for a lot longer than you thought is about to come to light. I've been working for you in ways that your normal senses can't pick up on. Similar to the physical world, the spiritual realm is real. It's just harder for people to see. In that realm that can't be seen, where the most important work happens, I've been making doors open, softening hearts, and setting up chances. I've been taking care of the things that were in your way. Some of them are no longer there at all. Some of them I've turned into stepping stones that'll help you get where you want to go. What seemed like problems in the way will turn out to be opportunities for greater blessing. Things that seemed like setbacks will be seen as training for progress. I have been traveling ahead of you and getting ready for the place you are about to enter. I've been getting it ready for you. I have been making sure that the blessing you are about to receive is bigger than what you asked for. There will already be everything ready for you when you get there. You will be able to find the things you need. There will already be the people you need there. The conditions that need to be right will come together just right. There won't be any gaps. There won't be any gaps. There will be no shortage of anything. The reason for this is that I prepare based on how I understand your needs, not how you think they are. Soon, all of this work that has been hidden will be shown to everyone. You will see for yourself what I've been up to behind your back. It's going to open doors you didn't even know were there. Help will come from places you didn't expect it. In places where you had lost hope, things will get better. The big step forward will come from places you weren't looking, because I'm not limited to the solutions you think of. The answers will come to you in ways you never thought of. I am the God of the strange. I am the God of sudden changes. I am the all-powerful God who can change everything at once. Please don't let the length of your trip get you down. Do not feel bad or angry when you think about the hard miles. Each step on that path was important. Every challenge made you who you are today. Every tear you shed watered seeds that will grow into a harvest one day. When you were ready to give up, God heard every whispered prayer. Every single thing you cried out was heard and answered. There was no waste, even when heaven seemed quiet. There was no point to anything. The problems that seemed like they were destroying you were actually making you stronger so that you could receive the blessing I'm about to give you. This is something I'm giving you now because you wouldn't have been ready for it before. You wouldn't have been ready for what was behind those doors if I had opened them before. The answer to your prayers might have been worse than good if I had done it when you wanted me to. There was no cruelty in the waiting. It was nice of them. There was no neglect in the delay. It was smart. The long trip wasn't meant to punish them. It was getting ready. Once everything is ready, The base has been set, and your ability to handle it has grown strong enough. The blessing can be given without risk. We are getting through this hard time together, not because you earned it by doing good things, but because I keep my word. I promised you that I would never leave you or forget about you. Before you were born, I made promises about your life and said good things would happen in the future, as a permanent reminder of my promise to you. I carved your name into the palms of my hands. I am now following through on those promises. I'm living up to what I said. I'm showing that I really do what I say I will do. My reputation depends on how well you do. My faithfulness is shown by how you saved me. I am going to finish what I began in your life. The problems you've been having this season were not because I wasn't there. In fact, they were proof that I was there. You may think this is strange, because the world has taught you to judge how close I am by how little trouble I cause. A lot of people think that if I really loved them, I would take away all of their problems. But that belief is wrong about both love and purpose. If you didn't have anyone attacking you, the kingdom of darkness wouldn't see you as a threat. If there were no obstacles in your way, you would not be moving in a direction that was important. Something important is proven by how hard the battle you've been in has been. You are important in the spiritual realm, which is confirmed. This proves that your fate is important. Yes, your breakthrough will have an impact on not only your life, but also the lives of many people who are connected to you. This is clear to the enemy. This is the reason why the resistance is so strong. That's why the fight seemed to never end. The attacks were planned. The problem wasn't there by accident. Because of who you are and what you carry, the opposition was after you. But there is one thing that the enemy did not fully figure out. He didn't take into account how much I love you. That person didn't think about how much power I have to help you. He also forgot something that has been shown over and over again in history. I've never lost a fight. I have chosen to fight for you. I'm going to fight for you, not because you deserve it or because you proved yourself worthy, but because you are mine. I gave something up for you. I claimed you as mine, and the enemy will never be able to hold anyone who belongs to me ever again. I'll bring you outside. I'll show you the way to freedom. I'm going to break the chains that have been holding you back and lead you to a place where you can breathe freely again. The weight that has been on you will be lifted. There will be less of the weight that was on your spirit. The reality of freedom will take the place of the feeling of being trapped. There will come a time when you will be amazed at how I saved your life during this time. Deliverance that I bring is not temporary or partial. The job is done. I'm not just taking care of one symptom and ignoring the deeper cause. Human solutions often work this way, taking care of the obvious problems while the bigger ones get worse behind the scenes. But I'm not limited to using people. I'm not just giving you short-term relief while leaving you open to attacks in the future. I'm going after the problem at its source. Things that have been growing in the dark for years are being pulled out. I'm getting rid of influences that have been working in the background. I'm ending agreements that were made without your knowledge or permission. When I give you up, you'll really be free. The chains won't come back. This kind of oppression will not happen again. The pattern will not repeat again. From now on, you won't have to carry the weight of the past season with you. I know that the weight has worn you down. I saw the hope slowly leave your eyes as days went by, and nothing seemed to change. I've heard your prayers change from strong statements of faith to soft whispers that you say while crying. At times, you almost couldn't find the words to pray because sadness had taken away your language. There were times when all you could do was groan in a way that words couldn't express. I treasured those groans as prayers. I saw how disappointment tried to make your heart harder, and how hope that wasn't coming true tried to dull your spirit. The thrill you used to get from believing has been replaced by a cautious hesitancy. You used to be confident, but all the waiting has worn you down. But there's something very important I need you to know. I've never felt closer to you than I do now. Your need has brought me close. I'm not turned off by weakness. I won't run away because of need. Brokenness doesn't bother me. More than that, I'm drawn to people who know they need me. I stay close to people who are sad. I help people whose spirits are low. When you say you need something, you make room for me to give it to you. When you admit that you can't do something, you make room for me to do it. When all of your own strength is gone, mine starts to show itself to you. I am very much more than you thought I would be. I am everything you have ever needed. Let me talk straight to you about some of the things that have been bothering you. I've been aware of the stress about money that's keeping you up at night. I know about all the bills that need to be paid and the money that doesn't go far enough. I see the costs that come up out of the blue and don't seem to be planned for. I know how hard you've worked to make what you have go further. I understand how hard it is to decide what to pay now and what to put off. Your worries about money have kept you up at night and disturbed your sleep during the day. The numbers never seem to add up, and stress has been with you everywhere. But I want you to understand this well. Good things are on their way. It won't just be enough to stay alive. It'll be plenty. I'm giving you access to ways to make money that you haven't thought of yet. I'm setting up chances that you couldn't have seen coming. You are set up to receive blessings you didn't even know to ask for. The big break in your finances won't come from the channels you've been watching with bated breath. It will take a strange route and come from places you didn't expect. I am the God who gives more than enough, and I love taking care of my kids in ways that make my hand look strong. Take note of something important about my offer. It's never just about money or having enough things. When I take care of you, I show you how much I love you. This is a practical way for me to show that I am faithful. It's my job to show you that you can trust me with every part of your life. Giving money is only a part of the gift. What it stands for is even more important. It stands for the unwavering dedication of a dad who sees what his kids need and gives them lots of care. The blessing you are getting in terms of money is more than just money. There's proof that I care about your life and that I step in to help people I love. Some of the food will come from natural sources. It could come from work, chances, ideas, or connections. But keep in mind that even if something seems natural, it was still set up by something supernatural. Behind the scenes, I'm in charge of setting up the job opening that comes up at just the right time, the connection that leads to unexpected income, and the idea that opens up new opportunities. There is nothing in your life that happens by accident. All of God's provisions come from a Father who knows exactly what you need. It's also been on my mind that you stay healthy. I know about your worries about your body, the symptoms that were making you feel bad, and your fears about what the future might bring. I carefully planned and wisely made your body. I understand each and every part of your body that makes you who you are. I don't understand anything about your condition. There is nothing about your symptoms that I don't understand. I know how scared you were while you were getting test results. I know how scary it is to not know what the doctor will say. I know what it's like to be tired after dealing with pain or limits, and I'm sending healing energy into your body. There is healing going on right now as you read these words. Your recovery isn't just based on what people know or medical treatment. It comes from the throne of heaven, where I sit as the one who heals our bodies and souls. Believe that you will be healed. I want my healing power to go through every part of you, making what has become weak stronger and fixing what has been broken. I'm the God who makes things better. Healing isn't just something I do sometimes, it makes me who I am. That part of my personality is coming out right now toward you. Also being worked on are the wounds in your relationships. There are times when emotional pain is worse than physical pain because it goes right to the heart. I know how painful it is to remember people who hurt you. I know that being turned down made you doubt your own worth. I understand how being left alone made you afraid to trust anyone again. The walls you built to keep yourself safe turned into walls that kept you alone over time. The walls you built to keep people from getting hurt in the future also stopped real connections. But I'm getting better from the inside out. You will be able to trust again without becoming naive. There is a difference between having wise suspicions and having fearful ones. I am teaching you how to walk in wisdom while freeing you from fear. I'm rebuilding your ability to have healthy relationships and keeping you safe from being manipulated. I'm putting the right people in your path, people who will really care about you and see how valuable you are. Some people will leave your life so that better ones can come in. You will get better quality in exchange for the number you lose. Few people know about the battles you've been through. You've had problems behind closed doors that would surprise people who think they know your life. The story people told about your life and the truth you kept to yourself were very different. Keeping that difference has been hard work. You kept your pain to yourself because you didn't want to burden other people, or because you thought no one would really understand. That feeling of being alone made the problem you were already having even worse. But I saw every battle that was hidden. Every quiet struggle stood out to me. I saw every wound you tried to hide and every tear you wouldn't let fall in public. Even those hidden places will feel the healing I bring. You'll be freed from chains you never talked about when I let go. The healing I'm bringing will reach parts of you that you thought could never be fixed. My light can reach everything. I can touch anything that is hurt. I can fix anything that is broken. What you thought was broken for good, I see as something that is temporarily being built. What you thought would never work right again, I'm putting back together the way it was originally meant to. Now I'm going to remind you of something you might have forgotten. You lost sight of who you really are somewhere along the way. Lie told over and over again became like the truth. Labels that other people gave you slowly changed how you saw yourself. But those labels don't make you who you are. The problems you had or the mistakes you made don't make you who you are. Worse times don't make you who you are. You are not a victim whose life is stuck in a knot. Your past is not who you are. You're not what other people did to you. You're not even close to the person you were when you were weak. You were made in my image and are my beloved child. You were made to do something that no one else can do. You were meant for a bigger future than you can imagine now. The lies that got stuck in your head are being shown to you and taken away. The labels that other people put on you are already falling off, and the truth of who you are is taking their place. You're loved. You are important. You can do it. You are being called. You have been picked. These are not catchy phrases made up by people to inspire others. They are statements made by your Creator. I'm not giving my opinion when I talk about who you are. I'm stating the truth. The identity I give you can't be taken away by events, questioned by others, or weakened by failing. The reason for it is what I say about you, not what you do, or what happens to you. You will be able to rely on this truth to keep you steady through every storm. It will keep you steady when everything else seems uncertain. Even when doubts try to sneak in, it will stay the same. You are mine, and that sense of belonging is permanent, unchangeable, and unbreakable. I'd like to talk to you about the time you have had to wait. I know. It seems like it's been a long time. I understand that there were times when you wondered if I was even paying attention. You weren't sure if your prayers were really going to heaven, or if they were just resonating off the ceiling above you. But the silence you thought you heard wasn't proof that I wasn't there. The fact that you had to wait did not mean that I did not care. During that time of waiting, something more important was going on than you could see. I didn't forget about you. I was making you better. It wasn't late for me to answer. I was making you grow something inside. I wasn't far away. I was working on things that would take time to develop. The waiting was never a sign of giving up. It was a purchase. I spent time helping you get ready, because the place I'm taking you needs you to be ready in order to do well there. A strong base must be laid for a building before it can stand tall. Roots have to grow into the ground before a tree can bear fruit. Character must be built in someone before they can be trusted with power. I did that during the season, when it seemed like nothing was going on. Think about what would happen if I answered every prayer right away, without any waiting. You would be blessed in ways you weren't ready for yet. It was possible for you to take on roles that you weren't ready for. You would reach goals that could hurt you in the long run because you didn't have the character to keep going with them yet. The waiting kept you safe while it got you ready. It was a gift that came in the form of a burden. Now the preparations are almost done. You have reached the right point in your growth that was meant to happen. You have been changed so that you can handle what's to come. That being said, the waiting time is almost over. Your hoped-for thing is about to show up. The big news I'm about to share will surprise you with how complete it is and how timely it is. You were only hoping for small improvements because past disappointments taught you to set lower goals. You've been hoping for small comfort because many setbacks have taught you to keep your heart safe. However, I don't act in a way that meets modest expectations. I will do more than what you asked. I will do more than you thought I could. I am still the God of miracles and wonders, and I will show it again. I am still able to do things that seem impossible. I'm still ready to do anything for people who trust me. You will have faith in my power and goodness again because of what is about to happen. As you walk through the dark, morning light is about to come through. Type Amen in the comments right now if you are ready for that new morning to come into your life. Say out loud that you believe the long night is over and that God is leading you into a better time. Your agreement with His promises makes you more excited about what's going to happen. You are not the only one who gets this message. There are other people who want to hear the same truth that made you stronger. Jesus said in the Gospel of Matthew 9:37 that the harvest is plenty. Giving to this cause through Buy Me a Coffee is like joining the harvest. Your gift helps the truth get out there. It makes believers stronger. It gets to people who are quietly pleading for help. In Gospel of Luke 6:38, Jesus showed a kingdom exchange when He said, "Give, and it will be given to you." What you let go of goes into God's plan, and what goes into God's plan grows. You are planting for salvation, restoration, and renewed faith when you buy a coffee. Now is your chance. Take a faith-filled step forward. Put your money into what God is building, and trust Him to breathe more than what you let go of. The wild area you've been exploring is almost over. Soon, you'll be by running water and green fields. You are about to celebrate a victory in the fight you have been putting up with. You will understand something important when that time comes. During this season, nothing you did or saw was wasted. Every problem had a reason for happening. Every challenge you faced made you stronger. Every painful experience made you care more about other people. You became hungry for what really matters after each loss. You are stronger now than you were at the start of this season. You are smarter now than before. You depend on me more than you depend on your own strength. That's exactly where I want you to be for the next part of your life. I'm setting a table for you in front of people who didn't believe you. People who saw you struggle and secretly thought you would fail will see you succeed. People who ignored you or wrote you off will have to see that I was with you the whole time. People who didn't believe I still talked to you or cared about you will see clear proof of my favor in your life. This isn't meant to embarrass anyone or show who's better. Sharing what I can do for anyone who trusts me is what I want to show the world. Some people who are going through their own valleys right now will find hope in your story. I also want you to share this message with anyone who came to mind as you heard it right now. Sometimes a prophetic word gets to the right person at the right time because someone chose to share it. You help someone else get that hope and breakthrough when you share it. That person may have been waiting for this message. The blessing that is coming your way isn't just for you. I am blessing you so that you can bless other people. I'm taking care of you so that you can take care of someone else. Because I'm giving to you, kindness can flow through you. You will not be the only one who benefits from the coming wealth. It will go through you to help people who need it. My kindness will reach people all over the world through you as a channel. The things you get will not stay in your hands. It will spread out into your life. In my kingdom, there is a rule called sowing and reaping. You have been planting seeds even though you didn't know it during this hard time. You planted a seed every time you obeyed me, even though it was hard. Each time you picked to trust instead of doubt, you made a seed grow. You planted a seed every time you kept going when giving up would have been easier. Every tear you shed in front of me was a seed. Every prayer you said in a whisper when the sky seemed empty was a seed. Now the time to harvest those seeds is coming up. The field that looked empty before is about to bear fruit. You should say something to seal this moment. Write, "I receive my harvest," in the comments. It takes faith to say this simple thing, but it shows that you are aware of the seeds you have planted through obedience, prayer, and persistence. As you write it, picture yourself moving into the time of year when faith-based planting starts to yield a lot of fruit. The investment that looked like it would never pay off is about to give you a bigger return than you thought possible. Don't forget that I specialize in doing impossible things. From a human point of view, the situations I enjoy changing the most are usually the ones that don't seem likely to change. It's often when everyone else gives up, when all natural options have been tried, and when logic says something can't be done, that I step in and show my power. I'm not scared of things that seem impossible to you. It doesn't bother me that there seem to be too many problems. There is no need for me to worry about the odds that seem to be against you. I've been getting through tough situations since the beginning of time. Think back to the time when the sea came between you and freedom, and it looked like there was no way to get through it until I broke the water. Think about how the walls of Jericho looked like they would never come down until someone yelled and they did. Think about how many people were fed with just a few loaves and fish after I made the amount available bigger. Think about Lazarus. He had been dead for 4 days before I brought him back to life. There is still power in the world that can do miracles today. I'm still the same. I can still do what I did back then. I can do the same things I did for them for you. Not only are your circumstances changing, but your life is also changing in deeper ways. I am changing the inside of you. I'm making you think again. Your soul is being healed by me. I am changing who you are. The person who comes out of this season won't just be someone who got through hard times. The way you are will be very different after I touch you. It will be easier for you to think. It will help you see things more clearly. The things that matter to you will change. Your values will become cleaner. You're changing into the person I always thought you could be. As you grow, you become the person God made you to be. This change inside you is even more important than the changes you want to see in the outside world. Things outside of us can change again. Money can go up and down. Health can get better or worse. Things can change in relationships over time. But when change happens inside you, it makes you stable for good. When you know who you are as my beloved child, your circumstances don't affect how much you value yourself. When you depend on my love for safety instead of the stability of the world around you, you have something that can't be taken away. That is exactly what I have been building in you during this tough time. Do not let worrying about the future get the best of you. It's not healthy to think about what could go wrong or what might happen. The scary things that went through your mind are not predictions that have to come true. The worries that kept you up at night are not signs of what will happen. Tomorrow is just as important to me as today. I can see what's coming a long time before it does. I know what problems we'll be facing and have already thought of ways to solve them. I'm aware of the changes you will go through and have already set up resources to assist you. I won't be surprised by anything that happens tomorrow. There's nothing that will happen next week that will make me wonder. I'm already there. I'm already at work. I'm already setting things up to help you. Your future is safe because I will always be loyal to you. Do not forget to subscribe and turn on notifications if this word is making your faith stronger right now. By doing that, you are choosing to stay in line with the messages God keeps sending here. The next word you hear could be the key that lets you take the next step on your journey. No matter how many generations have passed, how many centuries have gone by, or how many prayers have been said, I have never broken a promise. No matter what, I have never left one of my kids. No matter what, I always finish the work I start. I want you to let go of the past, too. I forgive you for the mistakes you remember. The mistakes you keep thinking about have already been forgotten. Through the promise I made, the regrets that haunt your memory have been washed away. It doesn't bother me that you had a bad past. It doesn't matter to me how many mistakes you make. Don't make me wait for another mistake before I give up on you. You give your past power over your future only when you let it. If you don't let it, what happened before can't change what will happen next. You don't have to be perfect for me to love you. This promise can't be broken by bad behavior. It comes from who I am. I have also decided to love you forever, without any conditions. There was no reason why I would stop loving you. You couldn't do anything wrong that would make me break my promise to you. My love is not a reward for doing a great job. Everything else in your life is built on top of in this. The enemy has been making up lies about your situation in your head. He has tried to make you believe that things will always be the same. He made it sound like you will stay stuck where you are. He tried to trick you into thinking that the darkness around you will never go away. Besides that, he has tried to tell you that the pain you were feeling was something you deserved. He tried to get you to think that the hard times were punishment for what you did wrong. But I'm being honest. Things are going to change. Escape is already taking place. The darkness that was around you before is already starting to fade away as the light of my presence shines on you. Don't believe the lies that come from the father of lies. Instead, trust the truth that comes from the truth itself. The truth is that I will save you. I will look out for you. It is my goal to see you through this season and into something much better than what you have known before. Hold on to your faith even when your feelings aren't sure, even if your situation seems to say the opposite. Trust what I say. There will be times when you doubt, but you should keep believing. I'm not telling you to act like problems don't exist. I'm not telling you to ignore reality or the problems you're having. What I want you to do is understand that there is more to life than what your eyes can see. From a spiritual point of view, I am making everything work out for your good. Angels are working for you in that realm that you can't see. Innovations are being made before they show up in the real world. What you can't see is more permanent than what you can touch or measure. Hold that truth close to your heart, and you will find stability that no one else can shake. Every valley you've ever been through, I've been there with you. I was there when no one else was left. I was there when other people left. When you felt invisible and by yourself, I saw you. I saw your tears when you thought no one else did. The prayers you thought were not heard were heard by me. And even now, I'm still here with you, giving you strength when you fall and words of encouragement when you feel like giving up is all you have left. I'm still the same. I haven't moved. I have not become distant or busy. My full attention is still on you, as it always has been. How much I love you hasn't changed since the first time I called your name. What I was to you at the start, I am still to you now. What I was to you in your darkest times, I am still to you now. Faithful, present, committed, and unchanging. Whatever hard times you've been going through have been teaching you something. It has taught you to depend on me in ways that wealth could never do. This has shown me how much you need me, and how my grace can meet that need. It has taken away the false sense of security and comforting delusions that kept you from getting to know me better before. It has made me feel closer to you. Even though I don't like it when my kids have problems, I love it when they learn to trust me more through those problems. You will learn things in this valley that will help you for the rest of your life. You are building a faith that will help you get through all the hard times that are still to come. Let me now paint a picture of what's coming up. Picture waking up without the stress of worrying on top of you. Imagine going about your day without the constant worry that has been following you lately. Think about what would happen if you looked at your situation and felt peace instead of fear. Imagine not worrying about not having enough all the time, and instead having more than enough. Imagine having relationships that make you stronger instead of weaker. Imagine being able to walk with a clear goal instead of getting lost. Imagine that deep down you know you are exactly where you should be and doing exactly what you were made to do. That is the spot I want you to go to. That's the place I've been getting ready for you. That's the big step forward that's now possible. Every part of your life will be changed by the healing I bring. There will be no gaps. We won't forget anything. When I do work, I do it well. Things stay healed when I heal them. What I restore stays restored after I restore it. Things I build are strong. You won't go back to where you started when this time of healing is over. You'll be in a much better place than before. What's going to happen next will be better than the life you thought you lost. The chapter that starts now will be better than the ones that came before it. I am not just fixing what was broken. I'm making your whole life better. Let me talk about some of the places that will be getting better soon. Where there was confusion and stress in your mind before, there will now be peace and clarity. When sadness and pain used to rule your emotions, joy and lightness will take their place. Strength and vitality will return to parts of your body that have been tired and weak for a while. In the parts of your relationships where tension and distance have been holding you back, healing and connection will grow. Where stress and lack of money used to be, provision and kindness will now flow in your finances. Where doubt and wandering used to be in your sense of purpose, Your calling and direction will become clear. Every area that the enemy attacked will now be affected by my healing. The enemy thought he could take down what I had made. He thought he could get in the way of the future I had planned for you. He thought that by discouraging you enough, you would give up on your destiny. But his plans didn't work out. The struggle has not destroyed your faith, but rather made it stronger. The hard times have not pulled you away from me, but instead have brought you closer. The challenges have not taken away from your future, but rather made you ready for a bigger one. The thing that was meant to hurt you has turned into something that helps you move forward. This is what I do when the enemy attacks. I make them different. I buy them back. They help the people who love me because I turn them into tools. Years that seemed lost will be brought back. The enemy tried to take ground that will be given back to them with more blessing. The wounds that darkness caused will now become places where strength grows. His power isn't very strong. He doesn't have much time, but I have a lot of plans for you. My power doesn't stop there. My goals will always be there. Maybe you're still not sure why I let this hard season happen when I could have stopped it. I feel good about you asking that question, because it's honest. The answer lies in the purpose that is hidden in the pain. Some lessons could only be learned by doing them. People's weaknesses had to be made public so they could be fixed. Some strengths could only get better by being tested. Some people were stuck on bad things and needed to let go. Some people needed to be put under pressure to show what kind of person they really were. Even now, you might not fully understand what the hard time was for because you couldn't see it at the time. But keep this truth in mind. I am a good father who doesn't let his kids go through needless pain. You are going less far than you think between where you are now and where you want to go. Don't use days or months to measure that far. Take it from times when you can trust it. Decide to believe what I say instead of what you're afraid of. There is a breakthrough coming your way every time you choose faith over fear. You bring my promises closer to reality every time you say them over your situation. You show the kind of faith that opens doors and lets miracles happen every time you don't give up, even when every reason tells you to. You're not going to get to your goal in miles. Faith is used to measure it. Start getting your heart ready for what's coming, not with stress or worry, but with joyful anticipation. Consider what it will feel like to have the weight lifted off your shoulders. Picture yourself walking around with the freedom I'm giving you. I want you to dream again about the future I'm painting for you. Let your hope rise like the sun rising and pushing the night away. Expectation can be strong. Belief is important. The dream you have in your heart makes room for what I'm sending. Get your heart ready to receive the good that is coming. You're not just reading words of encouragement. They're not just any kind of comfort that can be used by anyone. Each one is unique. They are done on purpose. I know everything about what you're going through. I understand the problems you're facing. I'm familiar with the people involved in your case and the problems you've had. Trust me to talk about the hidden parts of your life, even if I don't say everything out loud. Believe that these words can change anything they touch. As you receive them, there is already a change in the spiritual realm. As you hear these words and feel them in your heart, know that I promise to care for you and your family as well. I love the same people you do. I'll take care of the ones you worry about. If you pray for someone, know that I hear you. I am protecting them, providing for them, and being with them in the same way that I am with you. For your family, the prayers you said have reached me, and I have already started doing things to help them. It will be possible to fix relationships that seemed hopeless at first. Hearts that seemed to be getting harder will soften. Things that seemed far away will start to get closer. I'm working with your family, even though you can't see proof yet. Believe in the process. Believe in the timing. Don't worry. I care just as much about the health and happiness of your family as you do. You don't have to wait for things to change before I give you peace. This peace is something that only God can understand. There is a peace that doesn't depend on reason or clear results. It exists even when things aren't going well around you. This peace can go with you even as you walk through a valley. You can feel this peace even though the breakthrough has not happened yet. Even when the battle is going on, you can rest in this peace. It's not peace that only comes after a storm. It's the peace that stays strong through the storm. I'm putting that peace in your spirit right now. Give yourself peace of mind by knowing that I'm in charge, even when things around you seem out of control. Remember what David went through in the wilderness as he ran away from Saul. David lived like he was on the run, even though he had already been chosen to be king. Even though he was promised a throne, he slept in caves. He knew he would live in a palace someday, but for now he'd around in lonely places. Still, in those terrible times, he wrote some of the most beautiful things about my care that have ever been said. He found out that I set the table while enemies are around. He learned that my staff and rod make people feel better. He learned that those who walk with me will be blessed with goodness and mercy. The problems that seemed to go against what I said I would do were actually deeper confirmations of those promises. You are going through something similar right now. Things that are happening to you may seem to go against what I have said about your life. When you look at where you are now, you might wonder how it has anything to do with the future I promised you. But getting from where you are now to where you said you would be is not as hard as it looks. There are times when the path to blessing goes through wild land. Sometimes being humble is the first step to getting a promotion. There are times when going up needs to start with going down. The goal hasn't changed, though. The promise hasn't been taken away. You are being led through this season into everything I have talked about for your life. I will look out for you. People who can see and people who can't see danger are safe from you because of me. I'm the strong tower where you can run and stay safe. I am the stronghold that no enemy can break through. I am the safe place where you can go when you feel like your peace is being threatened. When you stand back and watch, I fight the battles for you. I'm your guardian, and I watch over you while you sleep. I don't get tired. That doesn't happen to me. I never leave my spot where I'm watching. You are safe with me. You are safe because I'm watching out for you. There is no weapon that can hurt you. There will be no plans that are made to hurt you. No enemy that rises up against you will win in the end. You are protected by my favor like a shield. Allow that truth to sink deep into your heart. You are being helped by the same power that made the universe. The path you're walking on was planned by the same intelligence that made the stars. The love that made me give up everything is now looking out for your best interests. You are not dealing with a limited God who can only do certain things. That person who made you and has all power, knowledge, and presence loves you. And that Creator who is infinite has chosen to pay special attention to your life. Just knowing that truth should give you unwavering confidence. The angels who were sent to watch over you have not given up on their job. They stay alert and do what you tell them to do, even if you can't see them. They step in when things go wrong that you might not know about. They keep you safe from threats you can't see. The spiritual tools that were meant to help you make a breakthrough have not been taken away. They are still active and working for you. The promises that were made over your life have not been taken back because you are having trouble. Even when you can't see their progress, they stay alive and keep moving toward happiness. When doubt comes back in the days to come, remember these words. When you feel down because nothing has changed, read this message again. When the enemy tries to tell you that it was all in your head, remember that this wasn't just random support. This message from God was meant to change the way you see your life. In the spiritual realm, words spoken in accordance with my truth have power. They change the atmosphere. They break agreements that are bad. They let blessing out. When you're done reading these words, the power they hold stays with you. Remember these truths. Let them shape how you think about what's going on around you. They should be the things that you stand on when everything else feels unstable. My word never comes back empty. It always does what I want it to do when I send it. And I sent you this message on purpose. That goal is coming true right now. At this point in the message, I want you to know what I want you to do in response. You don't need to work harder. You don't need to put in any more work. You don't have to struggle more than you already do. I want you to take some more time to rest. Put more trust in others. Give in more fully. No matter how hard you work, you will make progress. It's up to your faith. Your deliverance doesn't require you to keep trying. You have to believe it. Whatever I'm doing in your life will happen no matter how well you do. But the peace and joy you feel during the process depend on how much you trust me to do what I say I will do. So take deep breaths. Let go of the stress in your shoulders. Give yourself some time to let go of the stress. Don't keep thinking about the problems that you have. Instead, remember the promises I made over you. Stop focusing on the problems and start focusing on how great your God is. I can handle anything you throw at me. Everything that is going on around you is not going to stop me. I have more power than any enemy you face, and I'm fully committed to leading you through this season and into the future I've planned for you. You are seen. People know who you are. You're loved. You are being held. You are being led. It's safe for you. You are taken care of. You'll never be alone because you've never been alone. I will always be with you. There is nothing in the world that can separate you from my love. Not hard times, not a problem. It's not persecution. Lack, not lack. It's not spiritual power, not lengths or widths. Not anything that exists in the whole world. My love for you will never end. It can't be moved. It stays the same. Take a break in that love. It should be the ground you walk on and the roof over your head. Someone who looks out for you never goes to sleep. Those who watch over you never get tired. The person who looks out for you never stops. My eyes are on you all the time, day and night. My hand is on your life. My heart is set on you. I love you more than words can say. You are worth more than anything else, more than your mind can fully understand. You are loved. Also, I will always care about you. I will always look out for you. I will always take care of you. I will always lead you toward the path I planned for your life. I'm lifting you out of the tough spot right now. I'm putting solid ground under your feet. I'm giving you a new song to sing, a song of thanksgiving that comes from your heart. Because of your story, many people will see what I'm doing in your life and start to trust me. Your big break is on the way. Your freedom is almost here. Your rescue has already begun. Please wait a little longer. There are hints of morning light coming through after this long night. There is light coming through the dark. There is new hope. I am ready to greet you at the doorway of your new season and share everything I have planned for you. Amen. Before you read the last lines of this message, take a moment to think about something important. You are here on purpose. You were led to this point. This isn't a coincidence. Archangel Michael is phoning you personally. He is promising to protect you and welcome you into a holy higher place where you don't have to chase for abundance. It just happens. This invitation has one holy truth at its heart that is simple but can change your life. When you connect with it, blessings don't just come. They grow, proliferate, and affect every part of your life. You can get strong spiritual teachings and higher direction that most people will never get by deciding to step forward now. You are entering a safe space where you can see things clearly, get support, and get closer to your soul's purpose faster. Don't overlook this tipping point. These kinds of moments don't happen very often, yet they can change things. Your next big idea is already in the works. Use the exclusive link to join Archangel Michael's inner circle and make sure you keep getting the direct messages that are meant to help you on your journey. The link is in both the description and the pinned remark if you want to delve deeper. There is also a guided ebook available for people who want to help our work grow and continue. It is completely optional. People already regard your attentiveness, presence, and energy very highly. Go ahead and take the next step. The way is clear, and much is waiting for you.